every living creature on this earth, including plants, right? But with thee, I establish my covenant. So now he's establishing his covenant with Noah. Let me make a note here. So now that's why he's walking with Noah. Because remember, he walked with Enoch, guys. When he walked with Enoch, I'm not going to be surprised if he had a covenant with Enoch that he's going to be doing this to one of his descendants. I'm sure that conversation was there. That's why Noah ended up being the one, right? And thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy son's wife with thee. So Noah and his wife, the three kids, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they're gonna be going into the ark also. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall you bring in the ark to keep them. So 2 animals of everything, male and female, of the fowls of the kind, of the cattle, all the animals. Just, we can go on. We know it's all the animals. And thou, to keep them alive, and take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten. So take all the food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather. Where is it? Take of everything, and thou shalt gather. Yeah, gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. So for thee, for them. So for that's Noah and his wife and his kids, for thee and for them, and for the animals. So he got to gather food for himself, his family, his sons and the wife and their wives, and all the animals in which he's going to take into the thing. And first did Noah according to all God commanded. So Noah followed God's instruction. That's basically what that means. I know, guys, yeah. 37 minutes already. 7. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. So he see the generation of Noah as righteous people, and that's why he's giving them that chance to live. Of every clean beast thou shalt, clean beast, guys, clean beast, thou shalt take to thee by 7s, the male and his female, and the beasts that are not clean by 2, male and female. So everything that's clean, everything God determined is clean, he's going to take 7 with male and female, so 7 sets of each. And then those that are unclean. So he did not really kill everything, because he's saving the unclean too, right? Even in his anger and displeasure, he's still saving the unclean, right? Because he's saying take the unclean 2 by 2. Of fowls also of the air by 7s, the male and female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth, right? So the fowls, I guess, they eat seed, so they're going to poop and the seed's going to come back, as it's still happening today. Birds eat seeds and they poop it, and those seeds sprout, right? For yet 7 days I will cause it to rain upon the earth. So for 7 days he will cause it to rain upon the earth, right? For 7 days, and I will cause it to rain for yet 7 days, right? So he giving him 7 days to do what he got to do, I guess. And I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, right? And every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old. So he was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. So he was 600 years old when the flood came, right? And Noah went in, and his sons, his wife, and the sons and the wives of the sons, and the ark, because of the water of the flood. And of clean beasts, and of the beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. So he gave him 7 days to build the ark, because water is coming. So he gave him 1 week. Wow. Okay, good job for you, buddy. In the 600 years of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 7th day of the month, so you're talking about the 2nd month and the 7th day of the month, when Noah was 600 years old, And the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. So that means everything is open. The rivers are flooding, the ocean is flooding. As we say, if we get a lot of heavy rain, we say the heavens have opened. So this was the time when people would say, oh, the heavens have opened, right? So we still say that today, the heavens have opened when we get a lot of heavy rain. So the heavens open up, water is coming down. And the rain was upon the earth for 40 days, 40 nights. And in this self-same day entered Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife and 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, and every bird of every sort, right? And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, of God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. So after everyone went in, the Lord shut down the ark. The ark is shut down. Nobody else can come in. Doesn't matter. Ark is shut down. I guess you could imagine people watching Noah doing that and say, oh my God, what is this guy doing? Right? They don't know, but they don't know. But when God have a plan for you, nothing is mighty. Nothing is too much for him to get you to get over. They must have been looking at Noah and say, this guy's crazy, right? This guy's foolish. What is he doing, right? Building a boat on dry land. There's no water in sight, and he's building a boat on dry land. But when God has a plan for you, listen to that plan, guys. Listen to, when you're walking with God, just like Noah did, listen to him as he's talking to you. So that sixth sense that you have, where you're listening to the good things that are talking, not the bad things, because Lucifer also speaks to us, right? And his acolytes also speak to us. But we know the difference between good and bad. We know the difference between wrong and right. So we know if something is coming to us that is wrong, we know it's not from God. Not from that God anyway, not from the God that we inspire to serve. It's coming from the other God, there's Lucifer and his acolytes, right? So bear that in mind, guys. When you're listening to that voice, listen to that voice and identify the goodness of that voice before you follow it. And make sure it's the goodness of that voice. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 by 2, where is it? The flesh, the breath of life, right? And they that went in male and female, as God commanded Noah. Yeah, I think I read that already, but guess I got distracted. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bear up the ark. So it lifted the ark up. It lifted the ark above the ground. So now enough water was able to lift the ark up. So now the ark is floating above water. All right? And the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the face of the water. So now the ark is floating now. Basically, that's what it means. It means the ark is floating, the boat is floating, the boat is working. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heavens were covered. So all the hills were covered, right? Mountains were covered, hills were covered. 15 cubits upwards did the water prevail. 15 cubits, guys. And the mountains were covered. So the hills are covered, the mountains are covered. 15 cubits. Remember, 15 cubits is like 15 feet, maybe multiply 15 feet multiply 1.5 or 2, right? So you're talking about almost 30 feet of water. Nobody can survive that. Nobody can survive that. And it covers the hills and the mountains. Where are you gonna go if you don't have a boat? And remember, Noah is the only one with a boat. Noah is the only one with a boat. Nobody else have a boat. Everybody thought he was crazy. Now he has his boat. Nobody have a boat. He's the only one that can survive. Right? Listen to the Lord, guys. Listen to that voice. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beast and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. Now remember, you had Cain and his people. So before I used to ask myself, why is it the Bible not talking about Cain anymore? When we know Cain had kids, right? So now I find the answer to that question. because everyone was killed, including Cain's generation, because of the flood. That's why Cain become irrelevant in this conversation at this point. So I used to ask myself, well, why are they not talking about Cain? Why are they only talking about Noah and stuff like that? What happened to Cain, right? Why are they only talking about Seth? What happened to Cain? But now I know that based on the flood, everything was destroyed, including Cain's generation, unless one of them were either related to Cain, one of the wives of Shem, Ham, or Japheth was related to Cain, right? If one of them was related to Cain, then the generation would survive. But there is no indication of that, so we don't know what happened there, right? Right, and all flesh died that move upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life. So anything that was breathing died, and all that was in the dry land died. So everything that was on land died. Everything that was breathing dead. Everything dead. And that's like dropping a nuclear bomb, man. But except it was water, and every living substance was destroyed upon. Let me read that again, 23. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and the cattle, and the creeping, and the fowl, and the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, right? And that were with him. So Noah and everyone that was with him, and all the creatures and everything, they were the only ones that remained alive. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. The water was on the earth for 150 days. Nobody could survive that long. I don't care how good of a swimmer you are, you would never survive that long. 150 days. Right? 150 days, guys. Right? Alright, so now we're going to 8, Gen 8. And God remembered Noah and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark, and God made a wind to pass over the earth. So God sent a wind over the earth, and the water a sewage, right? So the water starts slowing down. He sent a wind, the water starts slowing down. A sewage, right? ASSUAGED, right? The water starts going down. And the fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. So God stopped, he restrained it, and the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of 150 days were the water abated. So the water was abated after 150 days. And the ark rested in the 7th month and the 17th day of the month upon the mountain of Ararat. So the ark was on the mountain of Ararat, guys. And the water decreased continually until the 10th month. And in the 10th month, the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountain seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark, which he had made, and he sent forth a raven. So a raven was the first thing that was sent, and until the water were dried up from off the earth. And he also sent a dove. So he sent a raven first, then he sent a dove from him to see if the water was abated from off the face of the earth. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in, right? And he stayed yet another 7 days after that. After this 150, he stayed 7 days, and he sent forth the dove out of the ark, and the dove came to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive tree plank off, right? So Noah knew that the water were abated from off the earth, and he stayed yet another 7 days after that, and sent forth a dove, and she returned not unto him. So the other dove did not come back, right? So he sent one, it came back. He sent a second one, it came back. If I believe he sent a third one, that one did not come back. And it came to pass in the 600 years, in the 5th month and 5th day of the month, the water was dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the 7th month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dried. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both fowl and cattle and creeping and creepeth, and they will breed abundantly in the earth and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives and him, every beast, every creeping, every fowl whatsoever creepeth on the earth after their kind, and went forth of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord. So now Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and took of every clean beast and every fowl, and offered burnt offering on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done, while the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold, heat, and summer, winter, and day and night shall not cease. So now the Lord is saying that he's going to keep everything as is, and he tends to leave everything as is, guys. I'm looking at, I see my battery is not doing well. So if I cut off during 9, guys, I'll do 9 some other time. But let me try to go through 9 quick before my battery died out. Genesis 9, and God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the earth, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives and I require at the hand of every beast I will require it, and at the hand of man, and at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God made he man. And you, be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundance, right? Bring forth, be fruitful and multiply, and bring forth abundance in the earth, and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, I, behold, and I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowls, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be flood to be destroyed the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I have made between me and you and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generation. So for all generations, right? This will be done, right? I hope that thing don't die out, guys. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, and I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all the flesh is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. So now Canaan, we'll come to that later. These are the 3 sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and he was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father, and their face were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be upon his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord of God of Shem and Canaan, shall he be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So he lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years. So 950. That's when he died. 950, and he died. All right, guys. So this is this. We'll do 10 and 11. Don't forget, we're going to talk about Canaan later. So thanks you guys for watching. And guys, keep subscribe and like this video, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Appreciate your support. The next one, which will be Genesis, I think I might do 10 to 13 maybe. I might end up doing 10 to 13, but I'll let you guys know. But definitely it's going to be 10 onwards. So thank you guys for watching. If that was insightful, if you guys learn anything from that, please just leave a comment, guys. If you learn anything, if I misinterpret something, please let me know. I'm just going based on my own understanding as I go through this journey, for my own spiritual journey, and I'm reading the context of the Bible, right? So here in the tail end, you notice how instead of one covering the father, which he found naked, he went and told the two other kids, almost like he was ridiculing his father, and that didn't go well, right? That didn't go well. So just remember that, guys. Don't ridicule people, right? Give them a helping hand if you can. He should have just covered his father, and he would have been all right, but he didn't. He ridiculed him instead and make fun of him, basically. That's what it was. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be safe out there, guys, and look out for the next video. Thank you.